been working in restorative justice since the mid-90s, so it seemed the right thing for us to do, and we've been in favour of a quality mark of this sort for quite some time. So when we knew there was one out there, we wanted to obviously be one of the first to go for it.
Charles Hill is involved in a lot of national debate and conversations around restorative approaches, and really firmly believes in the approach that it takes is the right one, and therefore wanted accreditation to back up the voice that it has. Charles Hill also wanted to put its weight behind the quality mark because it firmly believes that there should be standards for a restorative approach and for schools calling themselves restorative.
We decided to be part of the RSQM because we were already delivering restorative practices for the last 4 years. We had the quality assurance process already. We had seen the really effective outcomes that restorative approaches were benefiting all of the kids in the home. So we had reduced restraint by 91%, we had reduced single separation by 95%, we had a complete culture change in the home, and we directly linked it to restorative approaches. So it was a really natural progression once I was an RJC affiliated trainer to be able to then do the RSQM.
Wigan's invested in restorative justice now for the last 11 years, and we were really keen to measure the quality of our service delivery and see if we could improve our outcomes.
I enjoyed it because I got to discover just how well embedded in the organisation restorative service practices are in policies and just general ways of doing things. And it was interesting gathering such a varied lot of evidence.
So we had to look at the standards really carefully in a school context and decide if we were meeting those standards in our context as a school. And once we began to interpret them that way, it then became quite easy, but we also became aware of some of our gaps in our practice as well. So it was a self-evaluation process as much as a working towards the award process for us.
I'd definitely encourage it because it is a reflective process. The only way you're going to improve standards and get better outcomes is to reflect and to improve.
I think the more people who have the quality mark, the more people will notice RJ as a whole, because he'll reinforce the fact that it's established and it's something that's here to stay, which can only help sort of seep into sort of communities and society as a whole.
Start gathering your evidence now, because there's a lot of it that you need. But certainly it's worth going for.
In probation you don't have a lot of good news really, at the moment, and it is a bit of good news for probation as well, so that's nice.
We're a little town in the northwest of England, and we've achieved a really significant national accreditation, which we're absolutely made up of. We actually see this though as the start of a journey, because there will be learning from this, further learning when we get our final report back, that can help us develop our practice even further.